Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew. Bad boy.
Jay the producer.
Detroit Drew, Woodward Sports. Yeah, Detroit Drew, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports.
Yeah.
Yo, peeps, happy Monday, man. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing great. Hopefully you guys are having as much fun watching the NBA playoffs as I am. Trae Young, cold-blooded killer, man. That was a great game last night. So far, that's been one of my favorite games so far. I cannot continue to wait to watch them tonight. But for right now, let's go back to the Detroit Pistons. Again, we talked about Frank Jackson last week. Today, we're talking about Diallo. He will be a free agent. I believe he is restricted. I'm not 100% on that, but I believe he is. And I do not believe he'll be going anywhere. I think that Troy Weaver got one of his guys. It's someone that OKC had. And, I'm sure Troy Weaver had a huge part in the Thunder drafting that guy. I think the only thing Diallo needs to work on is three-point shooting. You can already watch his game. He's a fantastic defender. He's a nightmare. Great job of picking the pockets, getting the passing lane, contesting shots, staying in front of the guy he's guarding, and then getting in a transition and finishing. He's super athletic. You guys have seen his highlights. You've seen the dunk contest. He's got no problem at all there. But there's times, where we have a lineup out there where people are coming off of him, leaving him open in the corner or the top of the key, because that was our Achilles heel when he was out there. Was he might make one every now and then, but it wasn't really great. If he can get there, just shoot 34%, somewhere around that ballpark, I think he'll be a complete NBA role player for us. I don't think he's ever going to be a superstar or along those lines, but he could be a good piece for us. He's a guy you could bring in the starting lineup for defensive purposes right now, or come off the bench for the same exact reason. If we're slow and sluggish, and we need some turnovers and getting some transition, he's a perfect player to pair up with Killian. Him and Josh Jackson are very similar. Josh is a little bit better of a three-point shooter, but at the same time, Josh has some questionable, I don't want to say shots, but layup attempts where there's four guys in the paint and he's trying to dunk on all of them. And I like the effort from Josh, and this is not like a Josh Jackson hate video because I love Josh Jackson, but they're kind of like the same player. They have the same skill set. You have to work around that. One of those guys should be on the court at all times, so that way you have that defensive prowess where you can get an easy turnover, get in transition, and dunk on somebody. But this is going to be perfect for a guy like Killian. And they really didn't play a whole lot. Diallo was hurt, Killian was hurt, and then when they were both healthy, they didn't really play a whole lot together. But when you have a facilitator like Killian, who's looking to pass the ball first, you want easy looks in transition. A guy like Diallo is someone who can help Killian's assist numbers go up, and we can see some lobs and some fun stuff at the same time. But if Diallo can come back this season, because I do believe the Pistons are going to re-sign him, and be a little bit better of a three-point shooter, you can't do anything about that defensively to stop him. Because he's good taking people off the dribble, getting into the paint, getting into the line, dunking on people, just like I said, adding that three-point consistency, because it's not like he can't hit them. He can. Just got to be more efficient with it. And again, an entire offseason to work on it will be huge, because a lot of last year was kind of hard to judge because there was really no offseason. The Pistons had an offseason, but at the same time, OKC didn't. They were in the bubble. So once they were done, it was get ready for next year. You know what I'm saying? So now that we got these guys, we're going to have a summer league. I don't think Diallo will be in there, but he's going to have an offseason to work on it. He knows what the Pistons are going to be asking of him. That's three-point shooting. Not that he's just going to be a guy to stand in the corner and chuck up threes all night long. I hope that's not the case. But he is a guy, if we're competing, that you want on your team. Because if you watch the playoffs right now, they are heavily relying on defense. Watch the Phoenix Suns versus the Lakers game. It's only game one, I know. But AD, Bron, Drummond, Harold, none of those guys really had a good game. The Lakers didn't really play well as a whole. LeBron played okay. He was flopping and crying like LeBron does as well. He's not the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. We can have that debate. He's not the GOAT. But that was a great defensive game. Atlanta Hawks, New York Knicks, great defensive game. Milwaukee Heat, great defensive game. Pretty much all the games that have been played so far have been pretty good on defense. To get to that next level, you have to play there. And guys like Diallo help set that tone. That's why the Pistons need to bring him back. If it's not like a 5-year deal, you don't have to do anything like that. Just do like a 2 or 3 year deal just to get him developed and see where you're at after there. That's all you have to do. But the Pistons should bring him back, and I think most of you guys would agree with that. I did see someone on Above the Rim, I can't remember who it was, so I'm sorry for that, says that they'd rather have Frank Jackson prioritized over Diallo. And I get that because Frank's a scorer, but you need that versatility too. Not that Frank's a terrible defender, but Diallo is one of the better defenders on the team. And that's saying a lot because we got some pretty good individual defenders on the team. So I think we should bring him back and really continue to build that defensive lineup because we got, like I said, we got a lot of good individual defenders on this team. It's all about playing together and bringing that individual success on defense as a team, and we'll be off and rolling. But leave your thoughts below about what the Pistons should do with Diallo. I know some of you guys will probably say you don't want him back. I know a lot of you guys will want him back. Leave those down below, and I'll read through them all. Instagram, Twitter, DS members, all in the description. Check it all out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And that's the bottom line, because Detroit Drew said so. Peace.